took everything that I had, yeah. Walked away, but you left one thing behind. You're wondering just what that is. Yes, you are. Well, the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. When the wall comes tumbling down, I'll be there. When the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. We're gonna make a little love down by the water. Maybe have a son, maybe have a daughter when the music man calls. That's when I gotta play. So I burn for the things I never had. I'm burning with hate, with love. Spin around, round. 'Cause as a boy I had a dream. Carry it with me today. Yes, I do. When the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. When the walls come tumbling down, I'll be there. When the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. When the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. When the wall comes tumbling down, I'll be there. Hey, 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 hey. When the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. When the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking.
Giottos is so good. These chocolates are, wait, what? Chocolates? We're here about astrophotography. What are we doing? Wrong video. Whoops.
Over me, got a way of your own. But I told you that life ain't a fantasy. Now I watch you every day. Turn it up, it's just your way. Rocket fuel runs through your brain. Like I told you on the train, that it's the only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. That it's the only, 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 only thing she knows. She knows. So it started to rain. Met a woman with eyes like a hurricane. Told her she was the one. And she looked at the moon, calling me and said, now I watch you every day. Turn it up, it's just your way. Rocket fuel runs through your brain. Like I told you on the train. Well, it's the only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. Said she knows. The only thing she knows. Said it's the only thing she knows. She knows. She knows. She knows. What the hell's wrong with my telescope now? Damn, what's wrong with this thing?
Another lost Lone Ranger. Can I break this spell? Do one thing right, do I make two things wrong? If I want to stand by the line, do I will always take the fall? If I just do left, I can hear from the right. I sleep all day long, and then I'm breathing through the night. I've seen a lot of bankers, and I've seen a lot of cops. I've seen a lot of lawyers pull out all the stops. I've seen a lot of children with their parents in their hands. I felt a lot of women who refuse to understand. And I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. You see it in the papers, you read it every day. The riots and the fires going on in South LA. The muggers and the government, they're all wanting the same thing. They take you for your money, whatever spring. And I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. Take me. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. 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 Guitar Players Planet.
It's gotta mean something. It's gotta.
Sunny skies, the smell of palm tree air. Looking back, I could never feel fair. The way the music has touched my soul, the way that the sound holds its control. But I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back to the lands of new. Oh, na 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 na. Seems to me that I have lost my friend. Got the sunset off the highway again. Then I get lost on a long summer day. I must go back before it's too late. You're afraid, you're feeling alone. Time and space can never unfold. The holidays can ring in your fear. The ghostly embrace can only mean tears. And I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back for lands of blue. Oh, na 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 na. Sitting at the lake, I'm feeling confused, but I had my guitar, so I played this blues. But I'm afraid, the war might be true, that I might never be back Seems to me that I've lost my friend. Got the sunset off the highway again. Then I get lost on a long summer day. I must be back before it's too late. Before it's too late.
Someone to take me down at night. Someone to make my day. New revelation fills my soul. Oh, I can waste away. You.
Not looking for perfection, but you're too hard to find. Now the first night is coming, and I know what to do. You know that nothing feels sweeter than someone else.
So it's a wonderful night tonight. It's really good. You know, cloudy nights and not cloudy nights, but clear dark sky you know, was it clear outside? Says it's going to be a wonderful night tonight. I mean, tonight, last night was wonderful. Tomorrow's supposed to be great. So I think I'm going to leave my telescope out all night, and it's going to be a really nice night tonight. So I'm hoping to get some really good shots of the Cave Nebula, which is part of my astrophotography meets D&D imaging. I know it's kind of looks scary, like the way I look at my eyes, kind of crazy. It's pretty cool. But I'm super excited for tonight, and let's see what kind of data I got. Well, yeah.
Dirty. I swear to God, these clouds are just pissing me the off. I don't understand. I don't listen to these things anymore. I can't take it. New York, you suck. And you know what? I'm so done with all this. My telescope's out here, chilling out, and all I got is freaking clouds and PhD beeping at me from no goddamn end. Unbelievable. What am I gonna do? I need to move. I'm so finished with this. I hate this.
Took everything that I had, yeah. Walked away, but you left one thing behind. You're wondering just what that is. Yes, you are. Well, the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. When the wall comes tumbling down, I'll be there. When the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. We're gonna make a little love down by the water. Maybe have a son, maybe have a daughter when the music man calls. That's when I gotta play. So I burn for the things I never had. around, I'll be rocking. When the world comes tumbling down, I'll be there. Hey, 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 hey. When the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. Spinning around, I'll be rocking.
Giottos are so good. These chocolates are what? Chocolates? We're here about astrophotography. What are we doing? Wrong video. Whoops.
Over me, got a way of your own. But I told you that life ain't a fantasy. Now I watch you every day. Turn it up, it's just your way. Rocket fuel runs through your brain. Like I told you on the train, that it's the only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. That it's the only thing she knows. She knows. So it started to rain. Met a woman with eyes like a hurricane. Told her she was the one. And she looked at the moon, calling me insane. Now I watch you every day. Turn it up, it's just your way. Rocket fuel runs through your brain. Like I told you on the train. Well, it's the only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. That it's the only thing she knows. Got up on the wrong side and I'm getting burned again. That grass is looking brown today. Well, it's the only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. That it's the only
Talking about. Hey, how's it going, everybody?
What's up?
Oh, we be back. We be back. And it's another Friday night. We got some, and Eric, you missed it. I don't know if you, I got invited from AstroWorld Telescopes to be on the Skywatcher What's Up webcast.
Nice.
In October to talk about starting a business after post-COVID. Starting an astro business post-COVID. So it's going to be interesting. But let's do, because I started up the sponsors thing again. So let's do that again because we've been negligent in our members over the past couple of weeks. So here we go. And I think because Eric was out last week, I think I took him off. Yeah. So let's put him back on. And there he is. Hey, what's happening? What do you say?
Hey,
All right. Hey, everybody.
Hey, what do you say?
Hi. But hey, all right. So we got some sponsors and we get some gifts. We gave away the first copy last Wednesday of Accidental Astronomy. We gave away the first copy of that last Wednesday. If you want to be involved in this giveaway, we're giving away two more. One in September, one in October. Last Wednesday of the month, third Wednesday of the month, we're going to be giving away this book. So pretty cool. Thank you to the people over at the Chris Lynn Tots and Basic Books. So we have other sponsors. We have Prima Lucha Lab and Night Sky Network. So they are two of our sponsors. Thank you for supporting us. Over the past couple of years, they've been giving us a lot of great opportunities. And if you're interested in streaming your get up and basically for free, I think it is. So you could just go to Night Skies Network, sign up for an account, and stream your imaging session for free. It's pretty cool. At our super giant level, we have Masters of Pix Insight. Tonight, we are giving away a free Masters of Pix Insight workshop. And then next Friday, I think it's next Friday. That's the last Friday of the month, right? Yep. Yeah, the 30th.
It is.
We'll be giving away a yearly subscription to IP for AP. And if I remember right, they just re-upped to be a sponsor again in 2025. So we'll be doing this for quite some time. So thank you to Ron, to Warren, and to Pete.
Those guys rock.
Yep. And we do have our own, if you don't know, we have our own retail space. It's AstroWorldTelescopes.com, and we sell lots of stuff. We sell everything. We got everything. So come on down and hang out. Hey, Newman. And again,
Hello, Newman.
have not updated this yet. I've been working on something that we're going to be talking about tonight. We got into a little heated discussion right before we came on. So
It's having a blast.
Oh yeah, and this is as of 6:25. So we're missing, I think. Wow, we're missing about 6 or 7 image a week. So these numbers could change over the next couple of days. So we're going to be putting the new one up at the next show on Wednesday. And go check us out on all of our other social media platforms. And if you don't want to write the names down, the QR codes will be on at the end of the show. And then we also have to say thank you also to our members. And again, Eric is out on this one. So let's set this up a little bit. We'll put Eric back on. Where's Eric? Eric Green Screen, where are you? Why is Dave on there twice? What is that?
I have no idea.
Dave, you're so special. There you go.
Well, you know.
And oh, I know why. All right. Well, we'll do that later. Sorry, Eric, you're behind the screen. So
That's all good. Don't worry about it.
we're gonna move on with this, and we'll just do. And you will see his screen in the background there. So gotta say thank you to all of the members that we have. The Off the Rails members. These are people that have either joined us on Patreon and or our YouTube memberships that help us and buy us a cup of coffee or a shot of whiskey, or this also helps us fund our NEAF table that we have for AstroWorld Telescopes and for AstroWorld TV. Hopefully Eric will not be in a cane this time. We don't expect that, but hey, listen, if you're so inclined to help us out and contribute to the show, you could join us on our Patreon at AstroWorld TV. So we're just gonna let this run. Rob Sanford, I got your daughter in the living room. She's right over there. If you're watching. And White Dwarf, no, he's not on. He just comes up as a sponsor. Ernie, Scott, Elia Hotshots, Alexandra, thank you so much for everybody. We also have Protostar members as well. Brian, Mike, Reach for the Stars. He said he wanted to come back to do another night with us, so we got to hit him up. And thank you everybody for just contributing. And again, like I said, if you are so inclined, feel free to hit us up on the Patreon and help us out. It's great. You can join us for anywhere from I think $5 a month to $50 a month, and every little bit helps. So thank you so much. So I guess racks or rods, I guess, so that's what we're talking about. So rack and pinion and Crayford focusers have been driving me nuts. I just got this Carbon Star here, and it's a great little scope. I love it. I think it's great, but I just wish it came with a rack and pinion. I really do.
Yeah, yeah, I do too.
This, especially when you're going, like I literally have the Sesto Senso here, and the Sesto it's maybe it's not a condition of the focuser as much as it is the sensitivity of the Sesto Senso's motor, where it notices any kind of push against it, where it just kind of stops. So your tension has got to be really low. So I mean, I don't know what actually, Dave, you have the comment. So what focuser are you using for
I'm
that?
using the EAF.
You're using the EAF. Okay, so
Yeah.
and that's just like a motor. It's gonna go no matter what.
It does. So it obviously, but I'm using obviously my camera, filter wheel, OAG. So and it hangs out the bottom. So it's relatively a lot of equipment and pretty heavy.
Yeah,
So
especially when you gotta, you're only moving a little bit once you're in somewhat focus, which Dave
I
is
agree.
not in focus right now. He's very, unless my cataracts are moving in.
Let's see what happens if
I don't know. Did that work? Might have worked.
should auto.
There you go.
There
There
you
you go.
All right. So, but I remember when I put the EAF on there and knowing it, Crayford freaking focuser, there's the tension knob at the bottom. You have to
Mhm.
really. So I put all the equipment on there before ever putting the EAF on, and I found that happy median to where nothing would slip, and and turning the focus knob. I was like, oof, it takes a little, but I'm like, well, let's see if the EAF has enough torque to turn this thing okay.
And it did, right?
It does, and it works fine. So, but if I wanted to, I could go out there, and if I pulled on it, it would slip.
Oh yeah,
No
but
question.
no one's gonna pull on that. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
just unless you got
So
a
it's
kid
just a
there.
matter of finding that happy point where the tightness of the clutch and it not sliding down by itself.
Here you go. So like when we're looking here, hold on, let me see if I can do this real quick. See if I can do this on the fly here. We're gonna switch me. Where's me? Where's me? We're gonna switch me all the way to the last one. There we go. All right, here we go. So there we go. There is the Sesto Senso. Can I do it that way? There you go. There you go. We'll do it sideways so it's right side up. There's a Sesto Senso, and what Dave was talking about is that little knob right there, right?
Yep.
That's your tension knob. Now, the Sesto Senso is so sensitive, right? Where, let me see if I can do this real quick, so I don't have to hold on to it. There we go. The Sesto Senso is so sensitive where I'll show you exactly what happens. I'm going to move this to 0, right now.
Yeah.
And it's going to go. And it's moving, yet very, very slow. Watch it. Watch that we're live. It's going to work now. And it's moving. It's moving slowly. It's getting there. It's down to 35,000. 30,000 steps. Right?
It's working fine.
Now it is. It wasn't working before. So let's
Of course, gotta flex it. You gotta work it out, man. Thing's gotta get its pump on.
See, it just stopped right now.
Okay, so it stopped just shy.
It stopped right now. Now, and that's fine. So let's say if I just do this real quick, right? Because maybe that was me. I'm gonna go like this. and
Oh, so
because
that has an automatic clutch. It doesn't.
yep, yeah, it's
You can
around.
turn
I
that
can.
thing regardless.
Yep, I can.
See that?
Because the Prima Luce uses the micro.
What do you mean about that?
It uses the micro pin to turn the focuser. That's how it could get a sub-micron thing. It doesn't use the core side at all.
Oh, you're not using the course.
No, that's that's the reason why the Prima Luce is a micro focuser, because it uses the 10-to-1 pinion instead of the core side, which makes it obviously a less accurate focuser. But let's see. I'm going to put this all the way to 57,000 now, and I'm going to hit go, and it's going to start to move. Okay, and it does, and we'll talk for a little bit and wait to see if it stops. You know what I mean? Because it's definitely one of the things where it's what, you know, you're right, Dave. It's one of the things you just got to work out. You know what I mean?
But you just got to find that happy medium between the tightness of that clutch and where it won't slip, but yet it'll still allow your focuser to keep moving.
And now it works perfectly. I don't know what the hell. Oh wait, yeah, it worked perfectly. It went all the way to the end. Now it didn't go all the way in because I faked the calibration. That's not the full length of the focuser. It's only about half.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go back to, and then we can talk about something else while this is doing it. So I'm gonna go back to 0 now. And I'm
See
gonna.
if it'll go.
Oh, I'm gonna
I'm
gonna recalibrate it.
Or re-zero it,
and then I'm gonna, because it literally has over 123,000 steps at the end of
because
my
it works on the 10-to-1.
Correct.
Of course it does. Yeah.
Correct. It's a 2-inch focuser, which has 122. So let's say that's 61,000 steps per inch.
Holy crap.
This is the first time I've used a Sesto. I've always used the Asatos. I've had 3 different Asatos, used them all, love them. I have never used a Sesto Senso. So if I look like a complete noob with this, that is why. And I just wanted to try it. And Eric, you know what? If you didn't open up your Sesto Senso, I might just send you this one, because send me the other one back. Because I opened this one up and it's now, you know, it's not going to work for this setup for me. I don't think.
That's fine. That's fine.
But the Asatos work differently as far as
yes, it's not
turning the regular focuser. It's
correct.
It's just moving in and out. You have to set rough focus, and then it can go from there.
Yeah. Right, but I'm thinking about maybe going to a Focus Cube 3. You know, that's a little bit less.
Because that's more like the EAF.
Yeah.
But yet it's better gearing and.
I don't know if it's better gearing, but it's just
it's not
as I guess, not clunky, but it's not as so sensitive to it. It'll push through a little thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna calibrate this and see what happens. And anyway, hey Eric.
Yo.
Welcome back.
Thanks, bro.
Mike Gibbs said he tried it on a
I saw that
refractor and had the same issue.
Really?
And that's with a rack and pinion, Mike, not a
or a Crayford. So this is gonna start its calibration routine.
Most refractors have a rack and pinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Moonlight all the way, absolutely. But you know what? This is about 100 times less the price of a Moonlight. I mean, this is a $269 focuser.
Plus, well, Norm, I will say also, Moonlight does now make a focuser for reflectors like this, these Newtonians, but they don't show that they have the proper adapter for the carbon stone. So I plan on calling Ron or texting or emailing him and asking him if that's something that's in the works, or if they if there is an existing adapter that will work on the Carbon Star, because their refractor focuser isn't that expensive. I looked at it the other day. It's not like this,
No,
Nighthawk.
I have a refractor focuser. I have one, but I can't use it for this.
Reflector.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Newtonian. They now make a Newtonian focuser that is actually not that bad as far as price range. Let me close my door. Nico, shut up!
Ah, nice. So let's see. So
Man, I thought your dogs were bad.
Oh, they are. Trust me. So this is still going, and I'm at the 2 centimeter mark. So I got about
still moving.
It's still moving. This is where it usually kind of craps out, though. It just stops at like. It's still moving though. I can still see the knob moving. So
maybe just need to work.
But I'm scared though. I mean, if this is so sensitive with the tension knob, that if I put it down, throw it down to Texas, right? What if it gets turned a little bit by accident?
Yeah. So what you're saying is
isn't that part of what you pay for? Is maintenance and checking and making sure things are set properly?
Shoot, I'm just gonna put freaking Loctite on it.
So what you're saying is that I should probably look at another Masato for my refractor.
Actually, you know what I put on my refractor? I put the Optec on mine, on my astrophysics.
Yeah, so that's very similar to the Astro Oasis, right? So
it's similar. It's a little bit of a nicer clutch. And it's got nice brass rings where you could focus right from the focuser.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's got a nice brass ring on it. It's very similar. It's the Optec's definitely a better build. But how much was the Oasis? Like 300?
Yeah, $299.
$299.
The 300, and then I just had to buy
the Optec was $5.
$70 adapter kit.
Yeah, the Optec was $500, all said and done.
Yeah,
$575, something like that. And it stopped. It just stopped.
Okay, so how far out are you?
Probably about the same place where it stopped before. Yeah, 3 centimeters, almost 4.
All right, so I can tell you right now, you are way out of focus.
But it doesn't matter. It should go all the way to the end of the. I'm not trying to be in focus. I'm just trying to calibrate the focuser to tell it when the steps are done. You know what I mean? And that's one of the reasons why I kind of like the idea of like a focus cube. It's at least with this.
But you're sure you're not at the end of the line with the focuser?
Oh, I'm definitely not. I got another 1.5 centimeters to go. So I'm gonna try the. Again, I've seen these do a lot. Now, what focus did you have on yours, Eric? You got a rack or a Crayford?
I think it's a rack.
Okay.
On your
William Optics.
Yeah, they're a rack opinion.
Okay, so I can't see you having a problem on a rack. I really think it has to do with the compression
it has to do with
on the rail.
On the rail, because it's a friction based deal. Where rack opinion is a gear, so you don't have to worry about it. You could loosen that thing up all you want, as long as that gear can turn and it flows smooth. The problem with these Crayfords, it relies on friction between the focus rod and that rail, and if it's not enough friction, it'll slip. And if it's too much friction, then it gets really tight, and an automatic focuser might go, I can't apply that much torque.
Yeah. So Mike,
which is odd because that's using the 10-to-1,
correct.
which you would think that gear reduction in the 10-to-1 wouldn't require as much torque
Correct.
as if you were using the 1-to-1.
I don't know, Greg. I
you're
guess my
using
Greg.
gear
I guess my
reduction.
question for Greg is, what type of focuser did you use the Sesto on? Was it on a rack and pinion, or was it on a Crayford? And yeah, so Matt, Optec is the one. Matt and Mike. It's Optec, OPTEC, just like Matt said. Jeff Dickerman, great friend of mine, good guy, knows his stuff, makes great focusers, man. They're submicron as well, and they're slip-on, so they slide right onto the focuser, and it's got a power port and a USB. I think it's a USB printer cable in the back in all of them now, but it's all built in. So yeah, I sell them as well, absolutely. So, but look for the all-in-one. Look for the I think it's the Lynx version of them. I do sell them.
So Greg said he used it on his 380. That's a rack and pinion.
That's a rack and pinion. So I'm wondering who has used it on Crayford focuses. If anyone uses them on Crayford focuses, I'd like to know. But Mike, just so you know, the Optecs are very specific to the type of focuser you have. So just let me know what focuser you have, and he makes specific models for each. I can get you a quote for that one. They're on the website too. I think they're called Third Links Focus Links, I think it's called. But you want the all-in-one. You don't want the one that, because they sell two different versions. They sell one that requires a hub that you go like the Feather Touch, the focus hub that they use, kind of very similar to that. But now they condensed everything to one little piece. Thanks for the help, guys. I still got my telescope up there.
Well, no, you're still moving.
No, it's not moving. Not moving at all. Zero.
Well,
it's another thing that we talk about sometimes with it, especially when it comes with these reflectors, how bad these stock focusers can be. These particular, you can talk about Orion, you could talk about
Skywatcher.
It doesn't matter.
It seems like the you're right. I think the focuser is the weakest link.
Oh my God, it always is. And it's like, I don't understand why they insist on using these Crayford focusers on these things.
I don't know. I never liked them. I never did.
Yeah. And Josh, you're making a good point, because we were even talking about this. These Crayfords may be just fine for visual, but when it comes to imaging, it's totally different. It is absolutely a different game.
Yeah.
All
right. And that's the thing, like the Carbon Star, they're selling it as a
photography.
an astro imaging rig. It's like,
well, and
why would
in
you
all
put
fairness
that
to
crappy
Apertura,
focuser on it?
in all fairness for Apertura, it works.
Apertura, it's GSO.
It works, but it still works. It's good. It's just I'm having an issue. I guarantee you that if I put like a focus cube, but like a different type of focus that literally clamps onto everything, including the course, then it will be fine.
Like I said, I don't have any problem with my EA.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fine.
But it'd be nice to have a finer focus point, I think.
Right. Now, Josh is asking,
fine,
why is a Crawford bad for why is a Crawford bad for imaging? And
a Crayford, you mean?
Yeah, a Crayford. Why is a Crayford focuser bad when it comes to astrophotography? And one thing is you explaining this, Dave. Is it the torque issue?
Yeah, it's because a Crayford is, you know,
It
when
tends to
you look at
slip.
the rail all down that goes down the focuser that is
Mhm.
attached to your knobs, it's a smooth rail. It's smooth, and it requires
Like this.
friction from the rod in order to get it to move forward and backwards. So there's always a potential for slippage. Okay, where a rack and pinion focuser is a tooth gear, and typically the good rack and pinions, it's like a
Like-
almost like a diagonal gears.
Yes.
So
yes.
yeah, so they're not just straight gears, you know, they're diagonal and they're locked together. So regardless of where your focus is, it's not going to slip.
Right.
You know, it just won't just all of a sudden slip because it's a smooth surface.
Okay, so
Crayford
I got to interject something in the chat right now, and I said, well, you know what, Crayford are not bad. Right? We got to sit there. We got to think about this for a second, right? Because Crayfords are not bad. Cheap Crayfords are bad.
Are bad.
That's,
Okay.
That's
Correct.
the thing. That's the thing.
Okay, so
Let's make that
here you go. Right?
Okay.
It's not a rack and pinion, right? There's no rack. There's no rack there.
No.
There's a moonlight. Okay?
Okay.
Somebody brought it up, right? But take a look at this type of focus. Look at the amount of pressure screws you have on everything. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different pressure screws here.
That are holding everything in place.
And that's whole, and you could collimate this. And here's the locking screw, just like a Crayford has, right? Right here.
But does it slide up and back without?
No.
When you look, okay, no, loosen that locking screw. Does it slide up and down?
No.
Right. So
That's
there's
the
some
good
kind
Crayford.
of, but there's some kind of gearing in there that is keeping that from sliding up and down.
Well, when you take this apart, you can see the pressure plate here. You can't really see it.
Yeah.
You can see the rails on it.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a pressure plate inside that you got 2 leveling screws here and a tightening. You know, that's what it is. So it is a Crayford, and whoever said that, thank you so much, Chris. I believe Chris said it. This is a Crayford type focuser. Okay,
Crayford style, yeah.
but because of these tightening screws here and the collimation screws here, this ain't moving. Even when you loosen this,
Right.
it's not going to move. I literally have to watch. There you go. I just moved it.
Okay, so you had to really yank.
I got to yank it, but that's how good these focusers are made. And that's why Ron is like the king of focusers.
He is the king of
You know,
focusers.
so I mean, I'm just saying these GSO type Crayfords, when it comes that they're just too finicky. It's got to be the exact pressure on it for certain things to work.
Well, that's the thing. There may be that rail on your focuser might have just the slightest imperfection as it's coming out, and there's a slight imperfection there, and it binds right on that spot.
It could.
Won't go any further.
Absolutely. That's why. So Eric, don't open up that focuser. Send it back.
I'm sending you this one.
Listen, it works fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I tested it without everything. It works, but I'll just send you this one, and you could use it. And I'll give you a $25 gift card to make up for the use.
I don't care. You know, hey, I trust you, man.
No, it totally works fine. It's great, but I mean, it's just not. I don't think it's going to work for me with this setup.
This one.
I'm if I put this on my astrophysics, it'll be fine.
Oh yeah,
it'll be fine. I just think with this setup, it needs that kind of that plate and the connection to the course that would make it more sturdier. So we'll see.
Right.
Yeah. And I think the idea is Crayford focusers don't have any backlash. Right? Where rack and pinion, because of the gearing, will have a little bit of backlash.
But
modern,
if you have
focusers and software, you can compensate for that.
Yeah, if you have a good some like the Sesto Senso or the Pegasus Focus Cube 3, which has very limited backlash for it, you could compensate for that. You just add a
Correct.
number in Nina, and if you know what I mean, that's all it is. It's really not an issue. But anyway, that's my so much for
yeah. Here.
ah. So what are you showing us here? Hold on a second.
That's feather. That looks like Feather Touch.
Yep. Where is it?
Yeah. Sorry. I hit the wrong thing. Yeah. So you got
Yeah.
This is a Crawford.
Crayford,
That's a
nice,
Crayford.
smooth.
Crayford.
This is a rack
Nice and
continue. So
Yep.
you can, for people who don't know the differences or anything like that, between the two, they look very similar, but they are not, basically because you have this gearing in the R&P, the rack and pinion, which is going to cause backlash. It's going to cause a little bit of backlash versus a Crayford, which you see here, it's smooth and it does not.
Well, then you got what so it's like trade-offs, right? So
yes, so absolutely.
Oh, thank you. What's this?
So
it's like having a manual transmission as opposed to an automatic transmission. Manual transmission, you have direct gear drive. Automatic, you have to have hydraulic clutches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like so basically the trade-off, what I'm hearing is backlash, slippage.
Correct. I'd rather have the backlash because I can compensate for that very easily.
Yeah. Yep.
So it just whichever, it's like pick your poison, I guess. Which one would you rather deal with, right? So just wanted to point that out in case people are kind of confused, because this is a Friday. It's supposed to be novice day, novice night, and we're talking about these different types of focusers. These are the focusers that we are mentioning. Rack and pinion, and you see the grooves, and a Crayford, you see here, it's nice and smooth.
So,
smooth plate. Yep.
Smooth plate. So,
actually, I have a couple of Focus Cube 2s that I'm never going to sell because the 3s are out. So I may as well just use one for me, I guess,
Might as well.
There you go. Hey. But no, I am in. So whenever it comes, you send me the other one. I'm in no rush.
Yeah, if you don't mind, it's working fine. I'm just gonna, and you don't need to worry about putting any of the grub screws in or anything. They're all in there.
They're all in there. Yeah, totally.
Because that was an interesting little thing. You know what? I'm reading the instructions, right? And I'm trying to do it because I'm very kind of trying to work out of the box here and actually read the manual. So and it says to, and let me see if I can bring it up, right? Humaluce Lab US and user manuals. And
hey Tom, I'll let you know that in just a second.
What's that? Question. Go ahead.
No, Tom was asking me, hey Eric, how's the house hunting going?
Oh, go for it.
It's not. To be honest with you, it's slow. It's slow. It's just my job. The wheels go very slow in a big company and stuff like that. And we're getting close to the end of summer. People coming back from vacations and stuff like that. So the wheels on the bus are going very, very slow. We're keeping an eye on quite a few properties down south. What the bummer is for me, that's a bummer for me, is that my son just started school. I would have personally preferred him to start high school. He's a freshman now. He was starting. We've been settled at a new. We'd have settled in our new place, and he could have been at his new school, starting just like everybody else.
Yep.
A new place, but now he's going to have this gap a bit, from one school to another, and it's really, maybe it'll even point him out more as a transfer or a new kid and stuff like that. But I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean,
Nothing.
it is what it is. Can't control certain things, so
Nope.
just got to roll with it. But we've seen some really nice properties online. We're just keeping our fingers crossed that some of these will stick around, because now the good thing is that, well, I hope it's a good thing, is that we are getting, leaving summer. So maybe the real estate market is going to slow down a little bit. So maybe some of these houses
I hope not. Sorry.
will be available. Will still be available, but in case, I hope my house goes fast. I hope those other houses that we're looking at,
Right.
Still be around.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only thing. But
So are you finding that the ones you're looking at are just getting gobbled up real quick?
Yes. The market is gobbling them up. It's a low inventory, high demand, stuff like that.
It's definitely a seller's market right
Matt,
now.
to your point, Matt, interest rates are going to be starting to come down right now. So they're planning on making a rate cut in September.
Yeah, the
So
Fed cut. Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yep.
So maybe it's all this is a blessing in disguise, but we won't know until we finally get there.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's a working process, right?
It is. I mean, there's this one house that looks really, really good. It's going to be a commute for me, but the house will be worth
How far is the commute?
an hour.
That's a lot of miles, man. In Georgia.
That's a lot of miles.
That's a lot of miles in Georgia. That's not like New York, where you an hour.
An hour is 15 miles.
An hour you get to
miles.
Queens, which is about 18 miles away.
Yeah, exactly. No.
It's 2 hours to Manhattan, and that's 26 miles away.
Exactly.
So,
No, this is.
You don't have hot lanes up in New York?
Don't have what?
Hot lanes?
What? Oh, you mean the high occupancy vehicle lanes that everybody drives in anyway? Because
you pay. I'm allowed to pay, and I pay.
Oh no, we don't have those. No, we don't have those.
I pay anywhere from $15 to $20 a day to get to work in the morning.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
It saves me a half an hour of sitting in traffic.
I don't know if I'll spend $100 a week just to get to work to save 2.5 hours.
It's not just the 3.5 hours. It's not just the time. It's the headache.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
With
you know what I have to say about that? That is a racket. It's a racket. I'm telling you, it's horrible. Anyway,
it is,
but check this out. So I'm gonna show you guys this, right? And Eric is gone. We'll get Eric back again. Where is Eric? There he is. There's Eric. All right. Make him a little bigger. He looks a little tiny.
That's so wild. It goes on the 10 to 1.
Make him a little
I've never
bigger.
seen an autofocuser go on the 10 to 1.
So here you go. So that's why this is a different type of thing, right? So here it tells you this is the first step. Take the little bush.
You sure you got your grub screws tight enough on that 10 to 1? Maybe that's the problem.
Dude, you saw it come out. It works fine. It just stops. The motor stops. It's not. I'd say you're exactly right.
Okay, so
if the motor was continuing to run and it just wasn't moving, the focuser wasn't spinning, the motor stops.
So what happens if you loosen up the clutch screw on the focus?
I have that just tightened to the point so I could turn the course and see movement myself. So I loosen it and I tighten it a little bit. Okay, it's not moving. I tighten it a little more, just enough.
Oh, really?
So that I start. It's not even tightened. It's not cranked down.
Well, mine's cranked down, dude.
If I crank it down,
need to do. Maybe you need to crank it down.
No, I did that already, so I went the other way.
Oh, shit.
If I crank it down, this thing ain't moving. Anyway, but whatever the case may be.
Mine's cranked down pretty good. The EAF moves it without any problem. I was afraid it wouldn't. But
Yeah.
It does.
So here we go. So when I was doing this, right, I'm looking at the instructions and I'm following it. So the next step is slide the focuser on there. Now it doesn't come with the grub screws in it. So Eric, you're gonna have a, I did some of the work for you, but so
Does it come with the grub screw?
so the grub screws aren't in the holes. They're in a little baggie, little
Okay.
dime baggie. But
Dime bag.
Dime
the, the first
Get
thing,
the good stuff, dude.
yeah, no skunk. All right, so
Yeah, exactly.
so
No, it's Maui Wowie.
Uh-huh.
no. It's hydroponics, man. But so here you go. So you slide the focuser on, and you got to fit the small bushing. That's, I don't know. You can't see my focus. The small bushing that you put on, it goes into another bushing, right?
Okay.
Yep.
Right. But these aren't in here. But it tells you to tighten the collar first. This is what you should do first. The collar. So the collar is
Right.
tight. You still got to put 3 grub screws in, though.
Yep.
Because it didn't tell you to do that already. So if you ever put this in, put the grub screws, start threading them in first, tighten the collar, and then tighten the rest of the grub screws. Because trying to go on the other side and hold this little dinky grub screw and put it, nah, don't even do that. Same thing with here, right? Let's see. Here's another one. Here's another Allen screw. You got to work at the bottom. There are more Allen screws inside right here.
Wow.
There's 2 more Allen screws in here that hold the major bushing, the turning bushing inside, onto the little bushing that you put on first. This little guy right here.
Yeah, the little pin.
Yeah. So there's 2 more things there. So that's another thing. And it was just kind of, oh wow. Ooh, I didn't want to do that. Come on, go back out. There we go. And then that's it. Then you go into the software. It's pretty much an interesting little contraption, but that's all there is to putting that together. And I'm sitting there making a video while I'm doing it, so I figured I'd make a video while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well,
dude,
there's some cussing in that video.
dude, I'm like, dude, I stopped the video. I was like, F this. So now what I'll do is I'll make a focus cube installation video on it instead. So,
Oh, look who's on.
who's on? I can't see.
Lady Loki.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Hey there. So just a real quick, as far as image of the week and everything like that, just give everybody an update. There were only 1 entry for each category. So those have already gone on. They're already updated onto the website. So you can definitely go to the website and check those images out. Think here. And don't forget, image of the month ends tonight. So I think you've only got
Image of the month ends tonight.
Yeah, end of the month voting ends tonight.
Oh, and for July.
Yeah, for
July.
July.
Okay, July. Okay.
Yeah, yes, and it's tonight. So don't forget to vote if you haven't yet. But I'll share my screen here really quick, and that way we can just show who has gone forward for August 23rd.
Oh, congratulations, Josh.
So Josh, congratulations for your Dark Nebula LDN 768.
Nice shot, man.
And yeah, and Matthew Peters. Hey Tom, any relation?
Yeah.
For M20, for his M20, which is right below here.
So
Nice.
these are. Oh, you got for the beginner and the expert.
Yep.
Yeah, for the experienced and the
regular.
novice. Yep.
It's not a bad for a beginner. You just
No.
star issues, but other than that, the Nebula looks really good.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So congratulations,
And
you guys.
Josh's Dark Nebula. That looks
That's nice.
amazing.
Yes.
That's from a C star, by the way.
Is
Oh,
it?
that's from a Sea Star.
Matt
Wow.
Peters.
Okay.
Matt Peters is from a sea
Oh,
Oh,
star.
Matt Peters is from
Sea
C-Star.
Oh,
Oh, look
wow,
at that. No
really?
shit.
And heck,
All right.
hey,
Interesting.
very interesting.
I wonder what he processed it with.
Yeah, really.
That's a great job
And then
there, Matt.
Josh he's Mr. Red Cat.
Yep.
So that's got to be his Red Cat.
Yeah. And don't forget, as I
He always
said,
gets
if we
great
go
stars.
to your image of the month for July, Wilfredo was June's image of the month. And we still have, it is closed as of now. We have the Soap Bubble Nebula by Chris, M20 by Joseph,
I think
Yeah.
I did.
the Horsehead Nebula by Josh.
And this is for image of the month, huh?
It is for image of the month. And the Elephant Trunk by Tom Peter.
And how many?
So we have
87. That's what I'm
87.
talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely. Absolutely. So we will, so since we have already closed the poll, I can actually
What's
go
this?
in.
Well, let's do it at
see.
the end of the show. Do it at the end of the
Yeah,
show.
Fair enough. Fair
Don't
enough.
do it
We can
now.
do it
Everyone's
It's
gonna
not-
leave.
It's not
Everyone's got
9:30.
Everyone's gonna leave.
No, it was 8:30. It was at 8:30.
Oh, yeah.
No,
it says 9:30.
It's 9:30. You set it for your time zone again.
Oh, son.
Oh, that's exactly what happened.
That's what happened. All right. I got to keep an eye on that. I got to keep an eye.
You're gonna have to get like the clocks over your computer, like the newspapers. You know, different areas.
Yeah, I
the
know.
newsroom.
I
Yeah,
know.
like the newsrooms, Keith.
No. But you know what? Hey, once we finally move, I won't have to worry about that because I'll be in the same time zone.
I know, right? A great job to both. You know, just on a serious note, you know, why? And I don't want to see Dave's pictures anymore. Dave's gonna get kicked out of image of the week soon because he's now like a commentator soon. So he's gonna get kicked out soon. We're gonna have another category for best image by a host, let's say.
There you go.
Employee
Well,
of the month.
that would mean you would have to do something, Dan.
Oh, I got plenty of data. I can throw it up there. That's no problem. I won't win, but I mean, you know. I'll throw it up. I'll definitely throw it up there. I know Eric's got data. I got data. You know, and it doesn't have
Yeah,
to
I'm
be.
still working on the unicorn.
Yeah.
On the unicorn.
Oh,
Yeah,
his
you're a dark
unicorn.
The dark shark. I still have not been successful in getting that right, but I don't know.
It's
I
not
Maybe
need
easy.
now,
I need
now
about.
I've gone mono. Now that I've gone mono, who knows?
Yep.
It's still tough. I mean, you're at least you're in Bortle 5. I tried it from Bortle 7, and it was.
Yeah.
I mean, you could see some definition, and I think I put 30 hours into it, but it's so hard. Although with some of these newer tools now, maybe SETI Astro tools, maybe we can get some of that light pollution and that gradient worked out of it, but
Or
it was hard.
maybe you just send something down to Texas.
Or maybe I just take a road trip about 3 hours west.
Yeah. You do that. Because you get a little bit, you're getting a little bit higher than we will, because we're really low for the blue, for the dark shark. We're really low. No, I'm sorry. That's the blue
Low
horse
the
one.
horizon. You
Yeah.
mean? Yeah. And actually, it's not too bad for me, but it's just the gradient. It's because where it is in my sky is literally pointing right back towards DC. And
There
it's
you go.
like, yeah, it's not a good place to point it.
No.
You know, so I mean, I'm lucky where, you know, in the winter where the eagle is, even though that's low in the sky, it's points away from the district. It's pointing South, and some of those other targets, Orion and the Horsehead, stuff like that. That's away from the light bubble.
Yep.
So I can get usually pretty good RGB data on those things.
All right.
But yeah, the dark sharp RGB, anything towards the north in RGB, I'm shooting in the light bubble. Shooting in the light bubble, unless it's a really bright target. If it's a really bright target, I can manage to get around it. But if it's anything dark nebular, forget about
it. I'm sending Eric a return label. I'm sending Eric a return label right now. So
hey, it's fine with me, bro.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Let's see.
Yeah, Loki, I'm crew now.
Yep.
Basically, you are. You've been on the show for the year, I think, for the whole year.
Almost, not quite, but almost.
And that's just taking a leak. I know. Now she's gonna go beg for. Now she's gonna go beg mommy for a treat. You're gonna stare at her and look at her.
That's what they do. Look, I did well. I peed on the floor.
Oh yeah.
Is she like that? Hopefully there's a puppy pad there.
Oh yeah. No, she's good. She's good.
Okay.
I have two dogs. I have a dog door. The dogs can go in and out of the backyard anytime they want. My big dog, he will never do anything in the house. He will go out that door, down. He'll kill all the grass in my backyard. But, the other one, I don't feel like going outside. I'm just going to pee right here on the puppy pad.
Nice.
It's like, you little bastard.
Oh, that's funny.
So,
all right. So yeah, I will go ahead and announce everything. Bummer for me that did happen is my melee, my overclock 4C. I guess
blew up.
Being in, yeah, it did.
It did?
No.
Oh, bummer.
It overheated. So it lasted me for about a year.
It overclocked.
So I put back on my Quieter 3, and it's been fine. Because it doesn't have that fan.
Is it under warranty? Could you get something?
I honestly don't know. I got it from Amazon, so I honestly do not know. I have to take a look-see and see where it is.
Get a fish instead. They pee in their bed.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah, but you got to clean the water. It's too much. You got to clean the water.
Yeah,
you got to.
But there's something you're not going to have that undying love that you get from a dog, from a fish.
No.
I don't know. I had a fish for a long time, man, and
And he couldn't care less about you.
Oh, he cared when he was hungry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they always.
He came right to the top. He was so hungry he went belly up.
So, Dan, it sounds like Eric's ready to buy an eagle.
Oh, I got two of them right here.
Don't even go there. I'm not touching that.
Hey.
Jeez. Robin's art. She gave me just enough allowance so I could get the Senso. So she's not gonna go for the for the eagle. Hey,
now you're getting a slightly used one.
There you go,
Eric. You need to, once you get settled, you need to find yourself a little side hustle to make a little extra that she doesn't know about.
It's called it's called an AstroWorld affiliate link.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Now, for
Absolutely.
me, I can just go, people call me all the time. Hey, dude, my car's messed up. Can you look at it? I'm like,
Yeah, bring it
Rafa,
over.
bring
Bring
it
it
by after work.
over.
Oh, what are you gonna charge me?
Rafa,
Well,
I
you pay,
think,
you
yeah,
pay,
it
I'll,
probably was.
you pay my cost on the parts, but then I want so much for the labor.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, you had it powered the whole time, huh?
Yeah. So that's probably why,
Oh, so it never turned off,
no,
is what
no.
you're saying.
Oh,
So
bummer.
Yeah.
So it's all it's
That's what's
me.
nice
It's
about the Eagle, because it shuts everything off.
Yep. Yep. Doesn't stay
Oh,
on
does it?
all. Yeah, it'll turn off.
It'll turn itself off.
Yep.
Well, and you can in Nina, you know what? In Nina, even probably with your
You could use a
your
switch.
there is in connector, or there's a
Switch.
thing where it will power down your computer. It'll disconnect all your equipment
Mhm.
and then power down your computer once.
Oh,
everything's
it's part
done.
of the sequencer.
Part of the sequence. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you might want to look into that because
Yeah.
And now that you got an observatory, you may want to try and get like one of those. What do they call them? The something logger Wi-Fi switch. It's like an IP. You could IP every single outlet on this power strip.
Okay.
It's actually pretty cool. It's like 250. What is it? Something DL power strips. It's something. What is it? D logger power. Where is it? Oh, what the hell is it?
what is it? It's
Wi-Fi.
I saw this the other day.
There it is. It's digital logger. Digital logger power strip. So if you take a look at this guy, here you go. Hold on. There it is. So
Oh, here it is. So, but it's also a plug-in. It's a
Mhm.
plug-in on Nina Shutdown PC.
Yep. Shut down PC. Yep.
Yeah, a sequence instruction that gracefully shuts down the PC.
Yep.
Nice.
And it's a plug-in, and it'll show up in your templates. And so whenever you get down to the bottom after your end of sequence and everything, you put it at the very bottom. Typically, what I do here, I'll show you my screen real quick.
Give me a second. All right. Well, let me switch on over because I was just showing mine.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I'll show you my entire screen. All right, so if I go into, all right, so you see this is the plugin. You can see it.
Yep.
So shut down PC. So basically, you would do that if you went to your sequencer. So like in my sequencer, I do my end of sequence stuff and warm camera, park scope, close flat panel, and then after that, I hit disconnect all equipment, and I would basically have that over here and could pull that in here and do shut down PC. So it would disconnect all my equipment, and then it would shut down my PC afterwards, and then the PC would be off. So that would work pretty well, actually.
That would work really good, pretty well.
Yeah. And I got 6 minutes and counting till takeoff.
Well, just so you know, if you want to take it even a step further, I'll just go back to here and say that's great if you want to disconnect all your equipment and shut down your PC. But what if you want to shut down everything and then you want to turn off the mount? You want to turn off.
So
you want to turn off the
cool
computer.
Too.
You want to turn off everything. That's where this
cool
comes in. And you can get it on Amazon for $189. And
now, is that good for outdoor use?
Yep.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay, so that's the key. Is that the power strip I use outside is a specified outdoor.
This is the one that they they recommend at Starfront Observatories.
Okay.
And this
What's
is the
that
one.
thing run?
What?
What's it run?
189.
189.
Woo,
Yeah.
Nelly. Let me
Yep.
tell you, Keith Jackson.
189. But you could IP every single outlet. You got 2 that are always on. Okay. It's got a 32-bit CPU. You could actually run a whole bunch of stuff. It's 40 amps worth of relays, detachable 15 amp cord. So it's like the black kind of cord that you have that for the computer, just a little bit thicker gauge.
That's a pretty badass unit.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Is that what you use?
I know.
That's what I will use. I don't right now. I just have I just have at my peer. I don't have that because I don't know. I just won't do that outside like that.
Rafa says they're tough to program.
They can be if you don't know what you're doing. There is a setup. There is a nice setup that was put out in a Discord at Starfront Observatories that ran it pretty. If you know anything about computers, you can kind of figure it out yourself. But it's pretty cool to me. I would use that.
Very cool.
Yeah. So some new toys.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the one thing about this lifestyle, this hobby, is that there's always new toys and stuff like that you can take a look at to make things a little bit better for you. So
yeah, typically when I'm done imaging, I have, like I said, at the end of my sequence and everything, I disconnect all the equipment. So everything's closed, everything's ready to go, everything's parked, and it just disconnects all the equipment. And then when I get up in the morning, I'll go down, hit the freaking brake, the switch on my power bar, and it kills everything, kills the power to everything. So, and that's, pretty much what I do. But, if you're doing a remote observatory, yeah, you might want something like what Dan was showing, because, if you can get that programmed properly, then it'll kill the power for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Remote.
And there is another one also that is at Starfront, and they do have them in stock down there. I believe Greg said it. The Casa Smart Switch.
Yeah, I think I've heard of those.
There is another one out there. I personally like the one. I like the bells and whistles. So and you know what? And they'll program it for you. So you don't have to worry about programming it. So they'll programming it for you.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it works great on the Eagle. I actually use it. It works really well with the Eagle. It'll shut down it's all integrated, which is great. The Eagles just shuts it all down.
So what's nice about the Eagle too is you can have it set to restart if you have a power outage.
Yep.
So, if say for instance you're imaging and you live in California, they do a brownout in the middle of summer, and you lose power, but then it comes back on, it'll automatically reboot for you. So, the nice thing about the Eagle is you can literally just flip the switch. You don't have to go through the whole shutdown procedure. You can just flip the switch, it'll turn off, and it'll know when it sees power again that it's just going to reboot. Everything works pretty well.
Now, is the disconnect, you showed the disconnect equipment, is that a part of a plug-in, or is that just standard within Nina's
it's connector, the connector plug-in.
Yep.
So you go and you install the connector plug-in. And what's nice about that too, Eric, is you can set up a sequence, and part of your your startup, where you unpark the scope, cool the camera, you can hit connect all your equipment, and it'll go through and connect all the equipment you have that you're going to use, guide or everything. It's going to connect everything so that way, you can have everything set and ready. You go to work, and say you're going to be at work late. You can access into your computer, hit play, and it'll connect all your equipment. And then go through all that, and then at the end, you just hit disconnect all your equipment. So you're not in the middle of the night when it's done or whenever your sequence is done, everything shuts down. Yeah,
Right.
It
Nice.
works really well.
Good. That is very good information.
Yeah, I like it. It's been nice to know that when I wake up and the camera, everything's off. I don't, camera's warmed off. Hasn't been running for an extra hour and a half, or something like that.
Yeah,
I didn't know about it. So I am currently slewing and centering.
Slewing and
in
centering.
all honesty, though, it is at some point. It may be later this year after the move that I will probably, be speaking to you, Dan, or going on cloudy nights trying to find a pre-owned, or get an Eagle or something, because I'm slowly migrating and moving a lot of stuff. I mean, I've already got quite a few pieces of Prima Luce lab equipment, the Asato, Giotto, Alto. It just seems that I'm slowly moving towards that.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not that it's the nice thing about the Eagle, Eric, is it'll work with anything, because it's literally like having a laptop bolted to your rig all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to remote into it, and that's simple enough with any remote desktop software.
Yeah, for sure. And no, and that's totally cool. So it just, like I said, it's a natural progression of when you are going from maybe a novice to someone a little bit more experienced. I started out just like a lot of people. Some people are still using the ASI Air. I still have my ASI Airs, but it's just a natural progression of, your expertise, and your comfort levels.
Yeah.
It took me, it took me forever just to finally start really getting deep into Pix Insight and stop using it just for Blink. So come on.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, and not for nothing, after Frank's tools come out with SETI Astro, man.
Man,
using that a lot.
Exactly. Been using it quite a bit.
I was showing Dan earlier, when I did my wizard data today, I did his what's in my image thing and created the collage of all the things. And I didn't even go through the whole, I mean, I could have gone through all the whole list of advanced searches, but I only did, a certain number of different things. And so many things came up. It's just really cool when you look into that and you go, oh my God, look at all these things within this image.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
It is. It really, really is. See, so we're almost
at 9:20.
9:20. Gosh, it's gonna be so weird living in, a different time zone.
Yeah, right.
I haven't lived in a different time zone in over 25 years. It's gonna be.
You're gonna be living in our time zone.
Exactly.
The Eastern Standard Time. You're going to live in the time zone, the one that all TV schedules are based off of.
Thanks, Ross. Yeah, that's 8:20 for you, Eric. Thank you. Absolutely. I saw Quiv. He put out a video. I haven't seen it personally myself yet on the 2600, the ASI 2600 Air.
He likes
Have
it.
you guys had a chance to take a look at it? I mean, it seemed like he was giving it some positive love, positive reviews especially for people who are just getting started. So if we have our novices out there who are just
ease
getting
of
started,
use and everything. Yeah,
ease of
best
use.
bang for the buck is from what I
Yes.
gather.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
here's the thing with that, right? And I'm gonna be the Simon Cowell yet again, right?
I agree. I think you brought this up the other night.
I did,
totally
and
agree.
and again, it's still out there, and this is not a confirmed thing. If I can't use that as a standalone camera, I'm not using it. I'm not using it.
Yeah.
If the ASI Air craps out in there, you got a $2,000 paperweight.
You do. You do.
And then you got to send it to halfway across the world to get it fixed. Maybe, if the Indiana or whatever the place that they have the in the U.S. that can fix it. I mean, I'm just not using it. That's again. I'm not saying it's a bad product. It's probably a very good product. Number one, I still want to see somebody use it with a dual band less than 7 nanometers and successfully use it. That's the first thing. The second thing is, I'm sorry. I'm not getting suckered into the ecosystem. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to use it. It's just me. It's a great product, I'm sure. And it fits a lot of people's bills, especially if you're dealing with, certain it's $2,000. You got a guider, you got a computer, and you got a, you got a main chip in there. It's an all-in-one nonstop shopping, right? And that's kind of what they want to do.
And it's great for, as we say, it's great for people just getting started into the hobby. That most likely you're going to start out with a color camera. You're going to start out, and you're going to need to learn how to guide, which is, it has all of the technology in there, plate solving, everything. You can do so much within ASI Air. And then now you have the features that you don't have to go out and purchase an additional guide camera because it's built in. You can utilize it with a lot of other. I would recommend using it more with a refractor versus maybe another, especially against not a Schmidt or anything like that.
Right.
I would strongly recommend this with something that you're getting a very
wide focal length,
starter setup. Yeah, wide
field.
focal length, wide field of view setup.
So we're getting.
Another thing, you make another good point. A nice small travel setup. Maybe you want to take this. You have an AM, maybe an AM5, an AM3.
Well, we're also getting some conflicting stuff here. I got Star Walking saying you don't need the air. I know Queeve said you do need the air. So, I mean, again, like I said, not confirmed, but I do know for a fact that the original Duo. I'm sorry, the originally the 2600 Air?
The original one?
2600 Air, yeah.
I know that one definitely you need to use the air, but I'm pretty sure that you also need to use the air for the 2600 Duo as well. I'm pretty sure that Queeve did say that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because don't forget, you're talking two different cameras. You're talking the 2600 Duo, which is simply your 2600 MC Pro with the smaller, I believe it's with the smaller guide camera.
2822 or something like that. It was a smaller chip.
It's a
I
smaller
forgot the
chip.
exact number.
So you have a Duo, which is that, or you have the 2600 Air, which has the 2600 MC Pro, the guide camera sensor, and the built-in ASI Air in it. Now, and that's called the 2600 Air.
Correct.
And that one, everything is all in one. And so if you
can't use that as standalone.
You cannot use it as a standalone camera.
Right.
You have everything is built in. You're going to use the ASI Air system with that particular camera. With the Duo, you don't need the ASI Air.
Correct.
With the 2600 Air, it's built in.
Well, there's now a 2600 Duo Air. You know that, right?
Yeah,
that's what I'm
that's
saying.
the one.
Duo
That's
Air.
the Air.
All right, okay.
That's the 2600 Air. It's a Duo.
Yeah, no, the
Duo.
Duo with the Air in there, you have to use the Air software.
Of course.
You have to use the Air software.
But the regular 2600 Duo you can use as a standalone.
Correct. Yes, that is correct. So I'm sorry if I misconstrued that and didn't say Air in it. I apologize. So
yeah. Right.
So the 2600 normal Duo, you could just use it like a camera, but if it's the Air version, you have to use the Air.
So, but the 2600 Duo comes in a color version and a mono version. The Air version only comes in a color version, I believe.
Now, hold on. The 2600 Duo, I do not believe comes in mono.
I don't think
believe
so.
It is only color.
Only
color.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, because they had a problem with running 3 nanometers on it. They didn't want anyone to use it. All I said.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it is only a color sensor.
Hold on. Yeah, so it's funny. So Gina Astro has it set up. Check. Let's see. Hold on. It looks like they do have a mono.
I thought they did have a mono because what's his name from the Narrowband channel?
No, they don't, because take a look at this. I mean, even if you look at Agena, it says ASI 26mm Duo monochrome, but they got the picture, the color camera picture in there.
Well, but I thought they made it.
They do, and I see a picture here. There's a video from AstroWorks, our buddy Simon Lewis, and there is a 2600mm Duo.
That's what I thought.
There is.
For 2500. 2500.
For $2,500, you are correct.
And I'm wondering, I want to know if a 3 nanometer works on that guy.
Yeah, I just don't understand how it could. I mean, if you're using a mount that has absolute encoders that can track by itself, sure, it'd work fine. Where you can take 15-second guide pulses, but
it is an all-in-one design. Yeah, the guide sensor is a SC2210 sensor.
Yeah, the 2210.
2210. That's it. Yeah,
that's it.
The 2210 sensor. Yeah, that is basically the 220mm mini.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So the gain on that thing would have to be peaked out to even try to get through a 3 nanometer filter.
I just want to see somebody do, like, I want to see somebody use that. Nobody's had the guts to do it yet, so it's like, you know.
Yeah, I think everybody I've seen use it. Like I think what's his name from Narrowband channel?
Ben.
What's that? Yeah, I think he used it with 6 nanometer filters.
6 nanometer. I don't think anyone had the guts to do it 3 yet. So
I don't see anybody.
You know, I don't know. I need that 3 nanometer in New York, and I'm sorry, you know. And listen, I'm gonna be a jerk again, and I know it's for those of you guys that have been watching the show for a long time. I'm not ZWO bashing. I'm not. ZWO has a lot of great products and have done a freaking incredible job with what they did for the astrophotography community and the innovation and the products that they have. They really do have good products. How that being said, I will never ever buy another ZWO camera ever again, because just, and it has nothing to do with the product. It has to do with their market share and how they market it, and it drives me nuts. They're doing the same marketing that Betamax did, that Sony did with Betamax. For those of you guys that are old enough to remember
Yeah,
that,
oh yeah.
that they
Yep.
tried so hard, and it worked
This
for
is the
years.
end all, beat all. You'll never own another VHS again.
Yeah, and it worked. And you know, Betamax worked for a couple of years, right? It started to gain ground. Then all of a sudden, everybody started coming out with VHS, VHS-C, VHS HD, all that kind of stuff was starting to come out, and they were just innovating. And Betamax just stayed still. And because you had to get Betamax player, and they cornered the market on it, they kind of dissolved from the face of the earth. But yeah. Oh, I absolutely. And Ross, I am by far not an advanced imager. I am not. I just don't like being cornered. And you know what? As far as as far as the market and what they've done, they do a great job getting people in to the hobby, which is
To the
what we
hobby.
do want.
They
We
do.
do want that. Um,
Yep.
but remember the survey we did about a year and a half ago, right? We did a survey, and I don't know if you remember this. You may or may not remember this. We did a survey and said, "What do you use for acquisition?"
Acquisition, yeah.
Right? So we had ASI Air, Nina, SGP, other. An overwhelming 60% of the people said they use the ASI Air.
Yeah.
And there was some like 200-300 responses out of that. Right? Then we did a follow-up. We did a follow-up survey on that, right? And said, now that only seasoned imagers can answer this question. And we left that into the honor system. We didn't really check references or anything. And we said, now that you're of the ASI imagers, now that you've been using it for X amount of time, do you wish that you went somewhere else now that you're in the ecosystem of ZWO? Would you rather be outside the box? 80% of them said they wish they were able to go outside the box. And that was the same, about 150 responses on that.
Yeah.
So,
and I think a lot of that has with the advent of Player One's popularity and some of these other camera makers, the popularity and the price points. So, Player One's price point is really good compared to ZWO.
Yeah. And wait, I don't know. I don't know if I should take offense for that. Dan is not Dave. That means Dave's either very much superior with his imaging, which I know he is. And that's fine. But you know what? I don't know. You could at least kiss up to me a little bit. Jesus, it is my show. I'm just kidding. I don't have that. I don't have an ego about this stuff. I think everybody knows that. I love making fun of myself. Time to put on some new videos on there to kind of show some new stuff. Me just doing stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but it's kind of interesting. So Joseph is saying nothing lower than a 5. So I know there is the Antlia Edge, which is a 4.5.
4.5 nanometer. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm kind of curious if that Duo would work on it, if that is just still too tight.
Well,
bandpass.
Well, and the Ultras, the Antlia Ultras, the 2.8s, they just discontinued them, so those are gone too.
Okay, but the Edge is what I use in my with my 533 with my Schmidt, and I personally like them. I like them. They're a good price point.
Yeah,
I think they're not quite. Of course, they're not a 3, but you are. But for that price point, you are getting closer to that 3. And I think you could still use that in some very heavily light polluted areas without spending that 3 nanometer price.
Yep.
That's just my
You know,
opinion.
and just remember, to your point, Eric, you really want to take into consideration when you're buying these tighter bandpass filters, right? You really want to take into account your sky brightness and your border area, because you know
That's
you may
absolutely
not need what Dave and I need. You know, in Bortle
right.
7 Plus, you may not need.
Correct.
You will need. Bortle 7, Bortle 8, Bortle 9. You're gonna need the 3 nanometer. Trust me, I went 3 nanometers. I'll never go back. But Eric, if you're in Bortle 5, 6, you
Mhm.
may be able to get away with those, what is that, 7 to 6.5, or even,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
fours.
yeah. The fours, that's what I said. For me, being that, like you're saying, that 5, 6 area, versus that heavy metropolitan
Mhm.
area. I would be very curious, though, even for your skies, even for a Bortle 8, how that 4.5 nanometer would do.
Well, I never tried the 4.5. I'll tell you that right now. I never tried the 4.5. However, I did for a long time use um the Optolongs, the 7s and the 6.5 mix kind of
Yeah,
thing that they.
yeah.
I did use those, and I used
Hmm.
them at what I thought was a very good clip. I thought they worked well. But I'll tell you, once I saw the results of the 3 nanometers in my skies,
Hmm.
I
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
"Oh my god!" I was like, "This is so
Oh
much
yeah.
better."
Hey,
Yeah,
it's
same here.
night and day.
I mean,
It's night and
once
day.
I started using the threes, because I was using the sevens, and they, they did okay,
They did good,
but
but you
the
didn't
O
know any better
three,
either, right?
the O three left a huge halo, and
Right. But
that
see,
was
that's
a
my point, though.
downer. But
Yeah,
once I went to the
but then that's
threes,
my
it's so
point, guys,
much
is that you guys living in, Long Island, very near Manhattan, you over near DC, Virginia, that those areas, you that's five that the 6 and the 7, yeah, halos, it's not very successful. But getting tighter at a 4, 4.5,
Mhm.
and if you're just getting started with mono, and maybe you can't, and you're looking at that 3 nanometer, you're like, I can't. That's a hefty price tag.
Oh
But
yeah.
you can get away with that 4.5. You're just a little bit higher. You're not at 5 and you're not at 3. You're almost like Goldilocks. It could be
Yep.
just right for you. So
yeah.
almost like the 9 1/4 Schmidt that this Yahoo ended up getting, on me. So, but the 4.5 may be just right for you, even if you're in a Bortle 8 sky.
Yep.
I'd be very interested to know if someone who does use it in a metropolitan area, who is out there and they're going to use that, and they have a monochrome camera, and they just getting started, maybe think about it.
Yeah.
I know for me in this 5, 6 area, they work great, but I don't know. I'd be interested.
It's funny. A friend of mine, and he's gonna know who he is. I don't know if he's in the chat, but and he sent me, "Oh man, I took this picture the other night. It's a nice picture. It's and I don't have a copy of it, so I can't show it. But uh, I was like, yeah, it's a NGC 7000 North American. Nice, got nice little wall. It's with a 127 refractor, just like Dave has. Um,
Hmm.
and I didn't say 2 words to him. I said, let me guess, L enhance or L extreme. Let me guess. He's
The
like, how
enhanced.
did you know that? How did you know it was using the L enhance? I said, because it's pink. Because it's pink. Everything's pink. So, it's kind of unless if you do and you could hide that kind of shade that it has, but it's like that dual, and again, it's just me. I'm poo-pooing on the L enhance again, but I just maybe I'm a
But
little
they don't
little. I'm a little foo-foo, I guess, when it comes to filters. You know, I'm like Fifi.
Is L Enhanced still available?
I don't know if it is.
No, I
You know,
thought
because
still
they
did.
I don't know if it is or not. Because I know they've, you know, when they were moving towards that
The extreme and ultimate, yeah.
in the ultimate, I thought the enhanced, I thought it was almost like this progression. You know, the L Pro, the L Enhanced, the L Extreme. You know, now the L Ultimate.
Well, they'll
know.
they'll always have the L Pro because that's a broadband
Yeah,
light pollution filter. But I mean,
yeah, that's just L. Yeah, that's just luminance.
but I mean,
But yeah.
I mean,
okay.
I do have L enhances. So if anybody wants any, yeah, the L enhance is a quad band.
I had the L Extreme, and I never liked it.
So if anybody wants to buy any of these, they're not on the website. I have a bunch of them. L enhance, L extreme, L pros, and I have an LRGB set. So they're not on the website. If anybody wants them, if anybody's opted along, brand new.
He's got an L Ultimate there too.
I got an L ultimate here. I got an L ultimate. I got L enhance, L extreme, L ultimate, 2 L pros, a 1 1/4 moon filter, and an LRGB 2-inch set. There you go. So that's my sales pitch for tonight.
Well done.
There you go.
So we go here,
and it's about that time.
Yes, sir. It is
to get the picture of the month for July, right?
Yes, sir. We had 87 votes.
87. Let me get the big picture up there. There we go. There you go. 87. Look at that.
So we had 87 votes. And our winner is
Who is it for July? Oh,
Joseph.
Joe, you got one.
You got it. This is with the ASI 2600 Duo.
There you go. Not the air version. Not the air version.
No, not the air. He said total exposure time 14 minutes.
That's that 14-minute one we saw. We were all freaking out because we were like, "There's no way there's 14 minutes."
There it is.
Yeah, that's so unbelievable.
There you go, Joe. You'll be in the calendar, Joe.
That's dark sky magic right there. Good job, Joe.
That's an F8 at best, dark skies, but you're at an F8, a 16-inch TPO, and shooting at F8.
So not fair.
Oh no, Joe, we're not saying you're lying. I'm just saying. We were just saying
Norm is my witness. Well, we know Norm, so you know.
Yeah, I don't trust Norm. Anybody who has the name of Newman, I don't know.
But congratulations.
No, it's such a great image. 14 minutes. That's just not fair, man.
I know.
That really is not fair. So now we all hate Joe. And
you son of a bitch.
Nice job, buddy. Nice job.
Well done.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful picture.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very cool. Very cool. Very, very nice. Very nice. Awesome. All right. You know what? I think it's time to make a shaker because it is Friday.
Shaker, shaker, shaker. Oh, you mean a
striker, striker, striker. Right down to the ground. Yeah, really good job. Really good job, Joe. Nice job with that. Nice job to Josh and his dark nebulosity. And who else? There was somebody else in the novice. It was Kevin in the novice area.
Kevin or
no, it wasn't Kevin.
Peter somebody. Peter.
You killing me, Eric.
What's up?
Who won the novice?
Novice winner this week. It was a guy Peter.
Oh,
somebody.
Yes, Matthew Peters.
Matthew Peters.
Matthew
Matthew
Peters.
Peters.
Matthew Peters with his M20. With his M20.
Yep. Congratulations, Matt. And really, really cool. Really, really cool stuff. Nice conversation again. Really good conversation. Started with focusers, right? And then we moved on. We moved on to more focusers, and then filters, and then pretty cool conversation. Very nice. Moved very well. It flowed. It flowed.
It did. Flow.
Yes, it did. It did flow.
It flewed.
It flowed so well it flew. Awesome. So hey, I mean, I guess final thoughts. I guess they were 10 to 10 already.
Final thoughts are good luck with your focuser, Dan.
Well, I'm gonna switch it out, and when Eric sends me the new one back, I'll send him the used one. So
yeah. So I mean, hopefully your focus cube will work better.
It's gonna hold it ransom.
I haven't had any problems with the EAF, and the focus cubes connects to the similar way, right?
Yep.
So
same thing.
hopefully you won't have any issues doing it that way. But other than that, I hope everybody on the Mid-Atlantic and across the East Coast is imaging again, because I'm on 4 nights in a row. I'm getting great data on the Wizard, and I'm doing another 84 images tonight of HA. And I think tomorrow night I'm supposed to get another clear night, and I'm going to hit more S2. And then depending on what comes forward, if I can, the next clear night, hopefully it'll be hardly any moon, and I can do another 84 5-minute images in 03, and I'll have like 42 hours on the Wizard and see what I can get out of it. Wow. So far, the 21 hours I have looks really nice. So
there you go.
Get 42 on it. I'm hoping it'll look really, really good.
Give someone a prize. Asking for giveaways.
Oh, yeah. Giveaways.
Why? We don't give anything away.
Jackie, good call. Jackie, good call.
I guess you want a Masters of Insight.
Jackie wants to win some stuff.
Jackie wants to win something. Is she even on that wheel? I think I might have erased her.
Oh, that's just wrong. A sexist would say.
That's cold.
Let's see. I'll open it up. Let's see. The Masters of Insight. Where is it? MOP. There it is. Let's see. Is she even in there? Let's see. Where is she? Jackie. Oh, she's in there. Yeah, she's in there.
Yep. And Jackie, I'm in there too. If I win, I'll give it to you.
Nice. So sweet.
Well, she's a fellow, she's a Baltimorean,
There you go.
We love our crabs.
So again, if you're not on the list to win any of the giveaways, go to astroweb.com/giveaways, and you could sign yourself up. Don't forget, we got the giveaway. We got 2 more copies of Accidental Astronomy. I actually finished this on audiobook. I don't read books, but it is on audiobook. We're not giving that away, but it is on Audible if you want to get it for like I think it was like $18. Well, I have a subscription, so it's probably like $24 for the audiobook. And it is narrated by Chris Lintott. It's pretty cool. Really cool book, but we're giving away the hard copy of it. And that's on the 3rd Wednesday of the next 2 months. And we give away Masters of Insight workshops every Friday. So definitely go check it out and sign up, and we'll put you on. We have 52 entries right now. And out of those 52, somebody special is going to win. Here we go. Rock and roll. Who is it? And the winner is Dan. There you go, Dan.
All
You're
right,
the
man.
winner.
Way to go.
So we'll send you the email, and Pete will give you the instructions on how to redeem your voucher. So Dan K Solo, Dank Solo. I used to call him Dank Solo.
Dank. Dank.
Dank
We
Solo.
were-
Are you?
So,
Are you?
so I was up in Michigan the other day.
God, that reminds
I was
me.
up
Hold
in
on.
Michigan the other week on vacation, and up in Michigan they have those weed dispensaries everywhere.
Oh, it's like, what the hell are you
we're-
talking about for a
We're
second?
driving.
Where
We're
you
driving through
getting
this
at here?
town. We're driving through this town, and we go by this place, and it says House of Dank, and it said marijuana dispensary. And I was like, oh my God, if that's not the best
House of
name for
Dank.
a dispensary. House of Dank. I'm
At least it
like,
wasn't House of
oh
Skunk.
my- That's some dank weed you got there, dude.
Yep. Oh my God. Did you grab any
I was
gummies?
laughing. Oh no. Oh, we didn't stop. We were just driving by. I was laughing my butt off though.
That's funny.
That's so
Awesome.
Oh.
Hey, Eric, final thoughts, man. 10 o'clock.
No, I'm happy to be back. Hanging out with everybody again. Have a great weekend, everybody. If you are imaging, enjoy yourselves. Get some great images, and don't forget to get those images when you're done. Drop them into the image of the week, contest. We can really use more entries from not just our experience, but our novice astro imagers.
Yep.
So you guys can have a chance to win win a prize at the end of the year, win a gift card.
Yep.
For to AstroWorld telescopes. So get them out there. Get out there and get imaging. So have a great weekend.
Awesome.
Hey, I have a question. Can I put my
No.
my lowly cell phone picture of the Milky Way arch in the beginners category? Because I've never taken anything like that, much less with my cell phone.
Oh no.
Man, you suck.
You should have just, now we're going to be looking for you. You should have just did it under a different name.
Yeah, no, I can't do that.
Yeah, Tom, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, Tom just got the Tri RGB from me, and I sent it out, so he's going to do a comparison.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see what your results are, because that's pretty cool. Because I have it in my Carbon Star, the Tri RGB, and I was planning on imaging tonight, but it looks like that's not going to happen now. So
You still got plenty of time, dude.
I got to work
plenty of
tomorrow,
time.
man. I got to work tomorrow.
Work's overrated.
I got to take this focuser off. I got to box it for Eric.
Tom, are you going to be using that with one-shot color or mono? He's
Well, if he's using the Tri RGB, I'm assuming he's going to be doing color.
Well, you can use those luminance.
You can. You can.
My guess is he's an RGB guy.
Yeah, the quad's out too. Thank you. The quad's out also. Everything's out.
Which quad?
The and Leah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. All right, everybody. Well, another great show. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us again. Don't forget, coming up and it's right across the bottom, on the 10th of September, we have David Geeson for his second coming from Photonic Cleaning Solutions. He's going to be giving us a nice little demonstration on how to use his first
little refresher.
Yeah, a little refresher, and well, not only a refresher, but we've had some new people join us since he's been on last. So I mean, that's definitely one of the things. And also, we'll be on Skywatcher's What's Up webcast.
Hopefully, he'll give us a nice promo code. We can get it at a discount.
No, who knows? Yeah, probably not. But you know, you know, David might give it to us, but Skywatcher won't. But
No, yeah, I'm talking about the photonics guy.
oh,
Yeah.
David did the last time, so he
He
gave us
did,
a
yeah.
yeah, he did, and a lot of people bought it. I think he sold like 12, 15 of them, something like that.
Yeah, it's
But
never a bad thing for him, I'm sure.
no.
Oh, here's 10% off. We get some
Oh,
flood of
I'm
freaking
not scared.
sales.
David will do it. David will do it. He did it without even asking last time. I didn't even know he was going to do it. But
His product is amazing. His presentation is amazing too.
yep, yeah, and he's a great guy too. I hung out with him again at NEAF 2 years ago. Last year he wasn't there. He had a booth there, but he was not there. Okay, he showed up
Don't
late.
be afraid, Dan. Ask him for it.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. But yeah, so congratulations to Joe and his picture of the month winner. The congratulations to Josh and Matthew for winning the picture of the week. And keep it on going, please. We need more images. We need more images. We need more votes. We like to get more people involved, and that's why Eric started the novice category to get some more people that may be um, not up to and just starting into the imaging and didn't think that they could win anything, so they don't send anything in. So we started another project in order um, to garner more interest and more entries, because we
Yeah,
need that.
more opportunity for our novice, imagers to have an opportunity to showcase their stuff. So we can see,
Absolutely.
And
we
we've
can
had
see
some
their
good
stuff.
ones so
They're
far.
progressing. We've had some good ones. So
Oh.
yeah, definitely. Don't just because you're just getting started with astrophotography doesn't mean you can't put your name and your image in the hat. And you never know, it might get you to get some extra gear to help move you along in your journey.
Yeah.
So
What do you say? What do you say? Wednesday we do. It's getting towards the end of the month, right? Why we haven't done a critique night in a long time.
we haven't. Maybe that's something we could take a look at. We'll maybe talk about it for Wednesday to have something for next Friday for novice night.
Yep.
If everybody wants to maybe next Friday, we bring out we open up the critique folder and take a look at some of the latest from our novices and some of our experienced imagers.
Yeah.
So wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, and Matt, let me tell you,
we know all the experience. Pete and
Greg
some
and
of those guys,
Tom
and yeah, forget it. Don't put your images in. We know how good they are. I won't put any in if you don't put any in. I want to see some of the newbies.
Hey, listen, Matt, I got to tell you, I would have never guessed that was
I
from
want to see
C-Star.
Mark Muratori. He's been imaging the last
Oh,
couple nights. I want to see what he's got.
Mark's making the slow march to mono.
Come on, Mark. Let's see some of the stuff you're getting.
Oh, he's I don't want to say what he's working on, but he's working on something right now. So I mean, he's gonna come out with some good stuff.
I'll bet he will.
All right.
All right, fellas. Again, thank you so much, everybody. See everybody on Wednesday. Thanks for coming again for another 2 hour. This is episode number 372, if I remember right. So thanks again. Well, it looks like let's see. So it looks like we're gonna hit 400 by the end of the year. So it's gonna be right there. So it's probably about Thanksgiving again. We'll be hitting about 400. So
that's gonna be awesome.
So that'll be very special. So Astropalooza is going to be an extra big celebration.
Yeah. I gotta start. I can't believe we're already talking about November. I gotta start working on the guest list for Astropalooza 3. So I got to think of somebody new. I don't know how we're going to top all the people that we've had already. We've had 26 guests already. Some of them are repeat, but we got some really good guests. I'm going to try and get some. I know we're going to have, what's his name?
They should be lining up at your door, Dan. Hey, I did it last year. I'm ready to do it again this year.
Well, I know definitely we got Guido. coming on.
He's great.
Yep,
He'll be
Guido's
fun.
going to be on.
He's
You
fun.
know, Sean's going to be on again. You know, Masters of Pix Insight are going to be on again.
Yeah, those guys are great.
Um,
You gotta get Wayne on.
Wayne will come
Although
on.
You gotta make sure you have a hard break for Wayne because
I'm not getting Parkered on a live show.
Wayne, we're hitting a hard break here.
Ooh, what is that?
Oh,
That means
man.
that's 10 o'clock. That means it's time to go.
Time to go.
Time to go. It's dinner time. Yeah. Hey, Norm and Tom, you want to do a segment? You're more than welcome. We have plenty of people. As a matter of fact, I believe that Wilfredo is going to come on and do one. He's in the chat. He's going to come on and do one.
Wilfredo, he's gonna do his solar thing. I hope, because God, his solar images.
Who is that? Is that Robin?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello, Robin. What are you doing?
Okay, you're right.
She's like, you guys are supposed to be done by now.
You gotta get, man. You gotta get.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. All right, everybody.
You're gonna be in Georgia next week.
Exactly. Have a great weekend.
All right,
Hey,
everybody.
everybody.
Have a great night, everybody. Take care. We'll see you later. Remember, as always, keep imaging, keep educating. Clear skies. See you later, Eric. Go talk to your wife. Bye-bye. See you later.